I have my story, which goes hand in hand with today's Beyond the Final Frontier. So I'm glad actually that I got called on for this subject because it feels like it was a calling, I've always deviated from the norm, and that basically helped shape my life, my career, and made me who I am today. So I've divided my talk into 4 chapters where I've named them as movies that I truly enjoy. So you can take a note of those movies as well. And you can watch them later if you haven't already. So chapter 1 is Boyhood. It's a great film by Richard Linklater. You should watch it. It took 12 years for that guy to make that film. It is about a boy, and he actually shot his entire boyhood during his adolescence. So my journey started from a very conventional path where I could see, due to my seniors and my parents, that there's this conventional straight path where I took science, I have to prepare for my entrance tests, I have to get into a very good engineering college and get a well-paying job and have a secure and safe future. You would think as a smart and unconventional guy, I probably didn't take that path, but no, that's exactly what I did. I went on to that path, and 3 years into my 9-to-5 corporate job, which was a well-paying job, I got a promotion as well. I was doing good. I was at the age of 25, 26, I think. I just came back home and I'm watching YouTube. I saw this video called The Bike Ride from Nat Geo. It's a 4-minute long video. You should watch it too. Make a note of it. It just ignited a fire within me where I started visualizing myself 5 years down the line. And that frame, even though it was looking good, but I wasn't exactly happy. I was not exactly happy with what I was doing. And that creative guy in me, I was like, okay, I should do something about it right now, even though this is probably past the age when people do it, start a career again, but let's just go ahead and do it. So that's exactly what I did. I went next day to my boss and I quit. And you would be surprised. I honestly thought that it was a stupid decision, but look where I am today, giving a TED talk, standing in front of you. Deviating from the path, from the norm, that was my first step and the biggest step that I've ever taken. Just packed my bags, went on this journey where I don't know where I was going, in search of answers. By now you know how filmy I am. Because I was traveling, I was taking a lot of pictures, and after reviewing them, 15, 20 days or a month later into my travels, I was going through the pictures and I realized, itne bure nahi hai. I can be a good photographer maybe, or cinematographer, or maybe something in the film side or in the creative side. I came back. I didn't know what exactly I was going to do, but I was determined and I was confident. इतना कॉन्फिडेंट कि तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा मैं ही सीधा करूँगा. इतना कॉन्फिडेंट. But I just created a resume and I just blasted it everywhere. In all the media companies with a promise to learn and absorb like a sponge. And that was the end of chapter 1. Because that's all I had. Chapter 2, Fight Club. I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but for obvious reasons, we are not going to talk about it. Now, after figuring out the what and why, I had to figure out the how. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how. So after 3 interviews and a month later, I got a call from ScoopWhoop. Raise of hands, how many people know about ScoopWhoop? Everybody, obviously. It was one of the biggest media companies back in 2017, and I got an opportunity. An opportunity would have been just to be called for an interview, but I actually got to be a camera intern there. I got an internship at the age of 27. And I don't know, it's unconventional, but to be an unpaid intern at the age of 27, where people who you are reporting to are younger than you, it was not normal for me. It was not normal for them. It was not normal anywhere in the world, for that matter. But what is normal? You define your normal. You create your normal, you create your path, and you make what normal is to you. You don't go by the societal terms, you don't go by the definition of normalcy, and you have to break away from that. No matter whatever is fed to us as we are growing up, or as we have seen our peers, or even parents for that matter, you can always break away and create a path of your own, even if you haven't seen or heard about it. So the fight continues. Just getting a job there was not enough, obviously, with no background, no experience, no formal education. As a cinematographer, as a camera person, I had to learn everything on the job. So I became a self-taught cinematographer in ScoopWhoop, and it was a great place to learn. I loved that place. That place made me who I am today. It gave me all the confidence. All the people over there were equally twisted like me. I mean, two of the first two people I met in ScoopWhoop are sitting right here, Kaustubh and Vivek. And they are still two of my closest friends. And thank you for showing up, guys. It means a lot. It's been 8 years. Wow, what a journey. Everybody's doing great. So it was a very unconventional company, ScoopWhoop, where we were shooting videos, sketches, and where people came from all sorts of backgrounds and different strengths. But I still had to figure out what I was supposed to do. After a few months down the line, I realized, okay, whatever I'm doing, I should just keep at it, and I gave it my all. I think within a year, I was the only cinematographer in ScoopWhoop shooting all the brand films, all the sketches, all the YouTube videos, and it was a big accomplishment for somebody who had no formal experience or education in that field. So I realized, okay, whatever I did right, and I should just continue in this path, because the timeline, the future was looking very clear to me, for that matter. And again, I visualized myself 5 years down the line, and this time I looked happy in that picture, in that frame. And that was everything for me at that time. I mean, obviously I wasn't earning a lot. For that matter, I was, I think, not even earning half of what I was earning back in my 9-to-5 corporate job. But at that time, it didn't matter. Because if you enjoy what you're doing, it's not exactly a job, is it? So whatever I was getting paid, I was really happy with it. I was getting to learn in one of the best companies out there, and that was enough for me. In 2019, 2020, that is when OK tested, the YouTube channel of ScoopWhoop, which you all know me from, I'm guessing, was at its peak. We were hitting millions of views, and the subscriber base, the followers, it just blew up. We were getting trending videos, and I mean, it was a great space. It was an industry first idea, you know, what ScoopWhoop had done with the YouTube channel OK Tested, where a lot of people who have no training or past experience of being anchors, and in a world full, now this is 2019, okay? All the YouTube channels were making sketches and fictional videos, but we deviated from the norm and created a non-fictional channel, which was running on the shoulders of people who had no experience, and they didn't know what they were doing, but they were really happy. And they did it with all zeal and all confidence, and with no idea where we were going, you know. Again, it was a new path, not just for me, but for the entire channel. But we knew we were onto something. These were really interesting people from unique backgrounds and unique stories, unique personalities, and I think that clicked. All the people, all the followers, I mean, they loved the content. We were not just gaining subscribers, but we were gaining a community. We were gaining a family, for that matter. And that speaks for itself. That was everything to us. And when OK Tested was at its peak in around March 2020, that is when something bizarre happened. Let's move on to chapter 3, Arrival. Again, a great film, you should watch it. And the best part about this film, Arrival, is after multiple watches, after multiple views, whenever you watch it the second time and third time, you learn something more about this film. So you should always revisit some of the films and shows that you have watched from an earlier time. It always teaches you and you get to, see something that you haven't seen before. Chapter 3, Arrival. The arrival of pandemic. And this was a time when we didn't know what to do. We couldn't work from home because our jobs was to go out and shoot videos. So we were all sitting ducks. We were shooting videos from our phones at our homes, and I was honestly scared for my job as a cinematographer because mera kaam hi tha bahar jaake shoot karna. And I was like, dude, what am I going to do? Okay, even though the future was bright, but it's getting bleak, and I don't know how long, this is going to last for, the house arrest. So I thought I have to expand my skill set. And this time, out of fear, I was forced to push my boundaries. I was forced to learn more skill sets, add them to my name. From my home, I started learning how to edit, how to fly a drone, how to anchor in videos, and I think the CEO back then of ScoopWhoop saw one of my videos I posted on Instagram, and he said, like, isko bahar bhejo, ye kar sakta hai. And I shot my first video called PPE, wearing a PPE suit for the first time. So I wore that and I went outside and I shot a video, and that was it. Rohit Biswas had arrived. I started doing a lot of videos and it was crazy. People instantly accepted me in the OK Tested family. And after that, I realized, okay, there are so many things that you don't even dream of, but only after pushing your boundaries and after trying new things, you realize, okay, you're capable of this, you're capable of that as well. So take your shots, never shy away from taking any shots. Take every opportunity that comes along because, there is nothing worse than regret. And that is how I became who I am today. That is why you called me for this prestigious event. That is how you know of me, because I started anchoring in videos. By the end of 2022-23, I think I wanted to push the boundaries in videos as well. I remember I went to Spiti to shoot this video where I wanted to push the boundaries of human body, where I went in minus 20 degrees to Spiti and took a dip inside ice cold water and stayed inside for 5 minutes, which was advised not to do by a lot of doctors, but by this time, as you know, I was just pushing the boundaries of everything, even my own stupidity for that matter. I'm glad I survived. The video is called Don't Try This. You should watch that in the channel OK Tested. It's amazing. And it was one of my few and the best experiences I've ever had. I was even called by Amazon Prime Video to go to Tokyo as the only Indian to cover the premiere of Takeshi's Castle. It came back as a show on Amazon Prime Video. I used to love that show as a kid. I don't know, half of you were not even born back then when it aired for the first time. But that was a crazy experience when I went to a crazy new country for the first time as a one-man army. I shot, directed, anchored in a video by myself. It was exhausting, but it was equally refreshing to know what I'm capable of. It's only when you do the unthinkable, you don't have to trust yourself. You just have to trust in the process and you have to keep at it. Because without trying, there is no way to find out, And it's only when you push the bubble, you realize where you have reached, what is your true capabilities. So now, coming to present, which is chapter 4, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. One of my favorite movies of all time. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. You should go watch that film and tell me how you liked it. So at present, after ScoopWhoop, I joined Zomato as a creative lead. I started a new channel over there. I also became a production head. And today, I quit my job again a month ago. I'm again in that zone where I want to push the boundaries even further. Today, I'm a content creator, a creative director, an anchor, a cinematographer, and I was only able to add so many feathers to my cap because I didn't know any better. Because I only knew to deviate from the norm and push my boundaries, push the bubble, and that's exactly what I ask you guys to do as well. I would ask all of you to not limit yourselves, to not limit your dreams, and keep pushing as much as you can, and always seek discomfort. I guess that is my time. And finally, this thing that I've been dying to say, I've said it hundreds of times in front of my friends during conversations. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.